like, and subscribe, all the good things. Hey guys, it's Christine. I'm back with another video. So today I just wanted to talk to you guys about the power of self-love. It's an important video for me. I think it's just an important topic to talk about that we don't talk enough about. It's not in media enough as it should be. This is very kind of personal because I'm going to be talking about my personal experience. I guess I'll just start by saying that in the past I have had troubles with just different things such as anxiety and depression, unhealthy relationships, just unhealthy mindset, and unhealthy view of myself, which ended up turning into eating disorder. So self-love has really helped me come out of that and come into a more patient and kind person to myself. So yeah, I guess I'll just start with how I kind of started realizing all of these things. Sorry if this is confusing, but I'm just kind of giving y'all a background of my journey. A few years back, I lost a friend. One of my friends passed away, and I was going through a lot of things with a previous relationship that I had that had been broken off for a good while, but I was still just sad and confused about the relationship. I don't know. But basically that put me into a kind of somewhat depression. Well, it was depression. I was very, if you've ever been depressed, you know what that feels like. Very unmotivated, very nothing is exciting, nothing is fun, just everything is just and every day it's hard to get up. It's hard to want to do stuff, even stuff that you like to do. It's hard to want to be around people, that kind of stuff. So that was around my sophomore year of college. My friend passed away in January, and then that summer I ended up circumstantially staying the summer at the school that I was going to, Clemson University. I lived by myself, and it was weird at first not having people around, really not having friends in general, but it really helped me find myself. This is when I started finding information about veganism and just being vegan and just becoming more aware. More about veganism and the importance of what you put in your body really helped me start just taking care of myself, and not just physically as far as what I'm consuming, but just mentally. It just helped me. It put me in that state where I was more concerned and aware of ways that I can take care of myself and ways that I can just be healthier. Which in return ended up putting me in a healthier mindset. And this is also around the same time that I was learning about law of attraction and just visualization. And I think that really helped me too. I have another video specifically about law of attraction if you guys want to go watch that. Definitely do. Law of attraction really changed my life, honestly. But I just became aware of how I was negatively impacting my life and kind of making myself more depressed than circumstances made me. So my friend passing away and stuff, that plus a lot of confusion and just negative talk and negative body image really was putting me even more into depression. And when I started finding out about law of attraction, it was making more sense to me as how important it was to really just speaking more positively and saying more positive things about myself. But when I was suffering with an eating disorder, I just thought I was just horrible and so fat and so just negative things that was actually making me even more unhealthy. So if you've ever heard of binge eating, I would restrict a lot of what I could eat, and then I would just eat a lot at one time, which that's what binge eating is if you haven't heard of it. It was just really hard experience. Every day I would beat myself up about it, and just I didn't think I was ever going to be normal again as far as eating and food was concerned. Everything was just oh, I can't have that, oh, I can't have that. And then when I did, I would just eat so much that I would feel sick and stuff. And I did gain a lot of weight, and that also made my self-esteem even more. So it's kind of like a residual effect, if you will. it was kind of just like a big mess. It all intertwined, and it was all basically because I wasn't loving myself, and I didn't love myself, and all I thought and said about myself were negative, especially like thought. I just thought like, oh my gosh, I'm so gross, I'm so disgusting, just really mean things that you wouldn't say to your friend or your family member or someone that you love or someone that you care about. So why would we say it to ourselves? And I say we because I know I'm not the only one who has thought negatively about themselves. And it's just so sad because, like I said, we wouldn't say these mean and hateful things to other people, so why would we say it to ourselves? And I kind of didn't realize that until I started learning about the law of attraction, and it just made sense that I was struggling so much with binge eating and just really poor self-esteem because I was speaking those things into existence. I was telling myself every day, like, oh my gosh, you're ugly, you're fat, like horrible things, and I would just like cry and be upset, and it really impacted my life. Like, so basically what I'm trying to say is depression, binge eating, all that stuff, like, it's sad and it's a negative space to be in. So when I started learning about veganism and law of attraction and things like that, it really put me in a different mindset, and I was starting to understand the importance of just telling yourself something even if you don't necessarily believe it at the time, even if it's not even necessarily true. And that might sound like, whoa, like, why would I lie to myself? But it's just like, I was lying to myself the other way negatively, and it was affecting me negatively. So why wouldn't I just tell myself positive things, at least until I believe them? And that's something that really helped me. So that's kind of a background and how I kind of started getting introduced to like self-love, and how I basically like broke the eating disorder that I felt like had a hold on my life. So if there's something that you struggle with about the way you look, or something like that, I would just really advise looking in the mirror and just really like thinking about all the things that you like about yourself, all the things that you do currently like and want for yourself as far as how you look. I think that's super important and really can help. And then the areas that maybe you don't like as much, or areas that you do want to change or whatever, it's okay to want change, or it's okay to want to be in better shape or whatever, but just do it for the right reasons with the right mindset. So the things that you necessarily might not like so much about yourself, I think it's important to like just love those parts too. And kind of like visualizing like what your skin or what your body or whatever would be like if it was the way that you want, and just think that way. Like, even when I was like a different size, like I just picture like how my body is now, or how I want it to look, and just feel like, okay, that's what I already look like, and kind of go with it. Which sounds weird, but if you know about law of attraction and visualization, you'll understand what I'm saying. If not, and you're interested in figuring out more about visualization and just like really calling those things into your life, let me know. I can do a video specifically about that. So another thing that I've suffered with in the past, that I think self-love really helped me with, is unhealthy relationships. I have been in a few unhealthy relationships in the last couple of years. So I think self-love is really important when it comes to relationships, and just loving yourself enough to not stay in something that you know isn't good for you or healthy for you. So when you think about things that are happening and going on, if you are in a relationship like this, you just think like, with me, I'm a very loving and caring person to other people. So sometimes I'm just like, oh, well, this person needs me, or I can help them. Well, I don't want to leave them, that kind of stuff. And I just realized that like, it's okay to love other people. It's okay to want to help other people. It's okay to want to be there for someone else, but you have to do that for yourself first. And that's the biggest thing. Like, you have to love yourself enough to be like, I love this person, but I love myself more. And I don't think that's selfish. Some people might think that's selfish. I don't think it's selfish. Honestly, I think it's the best way to think, because if you love this person, you're sacrificing a lot of things in your life, and you're sacrificing being happy and stuff. You're not happy, they're not going to be happy either, and then you're both going to be unhappy. I think it's really important to think about situation, relationship, person, showing that I love myself. If I love myself, would I be letting things happen that I don't think are okay, or I don't think are right? So yeah, I think self-love in a relationship is really, really, really important. No matter if it's a healthy relationship or an unhealthy relationship, loving yourself and knowing what you deserve is super important. And if it's not something you deserve or really, really at the core of you want, get out. No, I'm just kidding. But really, like, if it's not something that's healthy for you, it's not something that's bringing you to the next level mentally, spiritually, emotionally, it's not someone that you really connect with and you feel loved and you feel like those things. I could do a whole nother video about this because I've struggled with this a lot and had situations where I cared about the person or showing the person I cared more than I cared about myself. So yeah, self-love in relationships is really important, and it'll help you get out of certain situations that aren't promoting growth and aren't promoting like elevation and lifting you up. And that's any kind of relationships, friendships, family. If you need to distance yourself from certain people, it's okay to do that. It's okay to distance yourself from people in order for you to grow and for you to elevate and for you to move forward and for you to love yourself. That's totally okay, I feel. Another important kind of like law of attraction thing, self-love, are affirmations. If you're familiar with affirmations, they're affirming something. So it could be something that you already believe or something that you want to believe. So there are different kind of affirmations that you can do depending on what it is that you're looking for. They're like self-love affirmations. I love myself just the way I am. It's just looking in the mirror and saying that to yourself, or just saying it out loud. Another example could be, I deserve the things that I want in my life. I deserve to reach my goals. I am a loving and kind person. Those are all affirmations. So if there's a certain thing that you're struggling with or just want more of, speaking that into existence and speaking that to yourself every day really can help you. If you don't feel like that right now, just thinking about it and saying it will help you feel that way. And you can look up YouTube videos that literally just have affirmations. So they'll just say them over and over, different ones. And you can listen to it first thing in the morning. You can listen to it before you go to sleep. Honestly, I think those are the two best times. Before you go to sleep, it's just like in your brain. When you're sleeping, I feel like it kind of like just is in there. And the first thing in the morning, it can help you just get your day started on a positive note. The last thing I think is important with self-love is just being yourself, loving the things about yourself. So there's things about your personality. Like, I'm a very like person, and I know that sometimes it can be a lot for other people, but I realize that that's okay. Like, I love myself. I love how like out there I am sometimes. I think that's what makes me me. If you're an introvert, which I also am too, so I definitely need my alone time. I need time just to myself. I need time where I can just like stop and think about things and rest and rejuvenate, all that stuff. Loving those things about yourself. So the things that make you who you are, it's important to love those things and just be yourself. I've realized with friends, with family, with relationships, with all that stuff, being yourself and being who you really truly are, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay. I think that we have this desire as humans to like be liked, and we should. I think it's important to have relationships and connections with people and people who like you, but understand not everyone's going to like you, and that's okay. With friends and relationships, when you're naturally being who you are, those people that you meet are either going to like you or they're not. So if they don't like you, they're going to distance themselves from you and they're going to go, which is totally fine. The people who do like you are going to like you for how and who you are. When you are how you naturally are, I think it really helps weed out the people who are really going to like you and like how you are from the people who aren't. But if you're pretending to be someone that you're not, first of all, the people who could really like you don't have the chance to like you because you're trying to be something else. And then the people who do like you, do they like you for who you are or for what and who you're trying to be? So I think it's important to be yourself as much as you possibly can. And if you're shy and reserved and you don't really like talking to people and stuff like that, that's totally fine. Just be that person. Don't try to be someone that you're not. And at that point too, obviously no one's perfect. We're not perfect. Obviously I'm not perfect. So there are things about my personality and there are things about how and who I am that I do want to work on. And that's totally okay. It's definitely important to love yourself and be who you are, but also know at the same time that there are certain things that you want to change, that you want to work on. That is a way of loving yourself. That's a way of growing. That's a way of being more aware. So yeah, that was a lot of rambling and talking. I don't even know if it really made sense. I hope that it did. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's anything that you want me to specifically talk about as far as binge eating, law of attraction, veganism, anything that I talked about in this video that you want me to go into more depth about, please let me know down below in the comments, or you can add me on Instagram, or you can message me on there if you want it to be like a private conversation. Please do that. I really do appreciate everyone who watches these, and I really do appreciate the people who subscribe and like. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and y'all keep radiating and shining the light into the universe. Thank you guys.